Well, at this point, we might just have to reinstitute the Fugitive Slave Act. Because you got a whole bunch of conservatives out there, or people who claim to be conservative, leaving the conservative plantation. And Ben Shapiro was being interviewed by Megyn Kelly. Now, I shared a couple of clips of this. But he was claiming that Candace Owens was out there saying that Charlie Kirk was murdered by his wife, and there was this conspiracy with TPUSA to take him out. Mark Levin's on the radio, going after Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes, calling them Nazis, talking about how Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson are engaging in gay sex. I mean, it's getting weird. It's really getting weird out there. Now, I was going to share an article with you tonight, but our internet's not working here. So I thought I'd just talk about this off the cuff, one-take video. But I have been saying this for a long time. This is exactly what I said was going to happen. That you have these factions, you're going to have this division, and nothing's going to get done. And what does it mean to be, quote-unquote, conservative? What does it mean to be, quote-unquote, liberal? What are you conserving? What are you liberating? These people don't even know. And then I saw something the other day where Ben Shapiro gave $1 million, I think it was, to TPUSA. But no, I'm not so pro-Israel that I don't love America first. Uh-huh. Now, I've got nothing against Israel. I support Israel. But not at the expense of what's best for this thing called the United States. Go ahead and call me an anti-Semite all you want. Call me a Nazi. Doesn't affect me. Because guess what? I happen to be of German heritage anyways. And I know what the Nazis did. I know what they did to the Jews. I know what they did to the Poles. I know what they did to their own German people. So don't even play that game with me, buddy. But this is a real scream to see this. And the funny thing is, pardon me, the funny thing is, Tucker Carlson has a cool head through all this. Have you noticed that? And now Megyn Kelly has come out against Mark Levin, telling Mark Levin to cool it. By the way, who the hell would sleep with Mark Levin? Seriously. Do you find Mark Levin sexy? Maybe you should pull a Barbara Walters. Remember when Barbara Walters, she interviewed, trying to think of her name, Bette Midler. She asked her, do you think you're sexy? How do you think of the way you look? But talking about gay sex, I mean, we're getting to the point where he was talking about them swap and spit, if that gives you any indication of what's going on here, where Mark Levin's mindset is. No, I don't think there's any quote-unquote gay sex, or that they're obsessed with sex, or obsessed with sex in this interview. I watched the interview in its entirety between Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes. Now, you can make the argument that maybe Tucker should have been a little bit harder, but, you know, he's in Tucker's home, Nick Fuentes is. They're having this interview. It's a little bit different than being in a senator's office or a different environment. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. But interviews don't always go the way you planned because there are things that happen, or somebody says something that leads you down to another set of, or leads you to another set of questions, or down another path rather. But this is fun to watch, especially if you're independent like me. So I just thought I'd come and talk about this. But I think y'all need to take a chill pill. And it's not a good look. This is not a good look. But I think a lot of this has to do with ego. You know, why don't you take my approach? Just go out there and do a YouTube video like I do it. Be yourself. Have fun. Got to be so serious all the time. Slave owner vibes. Candace Owens was a slave to Charlie Kirk. So tell me what you think in the comment section below. Pardon me again, I ate some ice cream before I did the video here. But the ice cream was good, by the way, and cheap. Got it at the store, generic brand. Big tub for like $5. Good stuff, good stuff. But at any rate, if you're new to the channel, you're not going to see me come on here and go, look at me, look at all this money I've got, look at how shredded I am. You see all those bodybuilding videos. We don't do that here. So we try to preserve great art, music, history, and culture, sometimes point out the absurdity of culture. I mean, if you want me to do a 10-part series, be like Ken Burns and do like a 10 or 20-part series on what's going on with conservatives right now, I'm more than happy to do it. But when you've got the Young Turks coming out and defending Tucker Carlson and going after Mark Levin, well, they've always gone after Mark Levin. But when you've got the Young Turks going out there and defending Tucker Carlson, you know things aren't going well for the conservative movement. And, you know, to be honest with you, when I saw this thing called TPUSA or these other organizations, you know, I'm not trying to accuse anybody of anything, but I wouldn't be surprised. Let's just put it this way. I have my thoughts about that. I'll keep that kind of private here. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was possibly some mismanagement of funds. Maybe. Not saying there was. But, you know, I really think, said it before, I think that TPUSA is going to end up like Starbucks. Remember, they were building Starbucks on either side of the street from each other. But it got to the point where they had merchandising stores for Starbucks in the mall because they couldn't sell all their stuff they were trying to have people buy in the stores. I mean, you know it's bad. You know you've outstayed your welcome when you have to have a merchandising store and you don't even sell coffee, wherever the item is, in that store you originally sold. Or what you're known for. So again, tell me what you think in the comments section below. Don't want to ramble on, but thank you for being with me. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. You can follow me at Instagram, #JasonComposes, because I write music in my spare time. Go to X, Culture Confederacy, at Culture Confed 1 on X. Now you can find me at Substack. So everybody just take a chill pill, relax. Life will go on. Politics isn't everything. There's great art, music, history. There's culture. We can create culture by creating great art, great music. Something that I'm not seeing these people do who claim that they are the protectors of culture in the conservative and liberal movement. Sorry, but abortion is not culture. Gay marriage is not culture. Writing a symphony is culture. Painting a portrait is culture. So thank you again for being with me. I'll catch you next time, and y'all have a great Wednesday night. Take care.